Because cash will go out.
Cash will go out when we
No,
invest
it will
capital.
come in. Cash will come in the form of capital.
So debit what comes in. Cash will come in real account. We debit cash, and then the capital account is a liability to the organization. The organization has to pay to the owners, has to settle to the owners. This money belongs to the owners and a liability to the organization. ಇವತ್ತೆಲ್ಲ ನಾಳೆ ಅವ್ರು ವಾಪಸ್ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು. Owners will take it back. Belongs to them. It belongs to them. The owners have invested and the company is running. This is the very first entry that we want. Suppose say it is 10 lakhs. For you to know that this is how we normally you could create on this side and debit on this side. Okay, so this. Now let me take you to the system. One second. Now you tell me, are you able to see the screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is SAP screen. This is the server access that I have. Okay. When you see here, there are certain clients. Ella kadenu in SAP, these are all called fields. This is the explanation for that field. This is the logon screen. Okay. Sorry. Now the user ID will be given to you. So my user ID is this, and then password. Now when we say here, this is the language, user ID, password, you all know. This is client. What is client? Client means like your in your computer, you have partition C, D, E, or sometimes if you plug in from outside, USB port will be there. Like that, that is a client. Each client is a separate set of books of accounts, the database as such. So whenever you log into a system, it is per client. Whatever settings you do, it is inside a particular client. Okay. Now, in this, if I have to, this is called command field. Okay. Notice clearly here, it is called command field. There is something called as transaction code. This is the path. Okay. If I go open it, open, then document entry, then if I go here. Okay. This is called as FB50 is a transaction code, and entering GL account document is what happens in this transaction code. I can double click here. Then it will ask me for the company code. We'll come to each thing. What is it? Company code means one legal entity. So whenever you are making entries in the books of account, it is per legal entity. I've already set up one legal entity long back. So I have this like Malabar account. To put that, it means I'm going to, can you see here? OMLB. Are you able to see here? Okay. This one. Yes or no? I'm sharing screen, so I don't know who's talking or not. This is 0MLP. In this company code, I'm going to enter the GL document. So one way is, I'll close this. System will pop up and say, okay, do you want to edit? Yes. Yes. I go back. Go out. Okay. Exit editing. Then here, I went through the path like this. I came from SAP menu, accounting, financial accounting, general ledger, and documented. Or if I remember this FB50, day in and day out, if we go on posting the entries, you will remember the T codes. They are called T codes, transaction codes. If I put FB50 here, okay, they're coming to the same screen. These are all called as screens. Screen, then next screen by screen it goes. This is one screen. If I go to details, okay, without entering here, you can't go. That will be another screen. And these are line items. The rows, the data rows that we have here is all line item. And these are fields. And screen by screen, we go ahead. Okay. Everywhere there will be a menu. You have to explore. Once you get system access, just one T code. If you go inside, what all is there, you have to explore. I'll come back again. So FB50, either I remember, I can put it here like this directly and then execute this tick mark. Execute or enter button on your keyboard will take you there. Okay, or the other way around is I'm doing back and forth, so you would understand. Other way around is going through the path here. Okay, now I've come through the path. I'm going to make entry in 0MLB. Now it so happened that I don't want in this, I want in a different company code. See, what does it say here once you hover the cursor on this? ಸುಮ್ಮನೆ ಅದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಕರ್ಸರ್ ತಗೊಂಡೋದ್ರೆ ಏನು ಹೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ? Guys, are you with me? Hello. Are you there?
Yeah, no.
Please speak, yeah. Okay, so if I see switch company code, I can say I don't want 0MLB, I want some other company code. These are called drop downs. The one on the next to you. This is the drop down. The small icon which you would see next to the field is drop down. We can go and search here. There are 245 entries. I don't know how to search. I don't know which company code to pick up. So in this, so many other, I don't know. But I know something like, let me pick up one thing. ZDKE was there. I don't know where it is. So what I'll do is the small inverted triangle, do you see? You go there and then company name only I saw. This is called fuzzy search. Now you give a wildcard and I give ZEK. I don't know what else is there. The company name contained ZEK and I will hit enter. No entries. Then here ZEKE was there. Company name, company code or FedEx. Let's go to FedEx. FAD. What is the field? This is company name. In company name only I'm searching. Maybe it's a practice server, we do not know. So we can search like that. Maybe going forward for other fields also I'll show. But for now, we can change this company code if that is not what we want to enter. For now, our example is
the screen is stuck. I think the screen is stuck. Only the cursor is moving up.
Yes, sir. One second. Let me share again.
Even last time when you asked the pop-up, company, that time also we are unable to see the pop-up.
Now? Can you see now or now also no?
Now the cursor is moving, but
one second, just.
I think it's working, Anu. It's fine. It's fine. Like we can see your screen.
Okay. Okay. See, 0MLB is there, so I'll hit enter. So it will continue with the same company code. Document date. I will do one thing. I'll post a document and then explain, because in between if I'm stopping. Are you able to see the screen now?
yes.
I want to post. Some reference I'm giving. GL account. Drop down again. I have my capital account. I do not have. Okay. I will do one thing. I will not put this entry. Because again, if I start with a different GL account, creation of master data will be involved. Then what will happen? You will get confused. I am changing my example. The example will be vendor and some expense or rent. We are paying some rent. 10,000. Now you are able to see. Whenever you are not able to see my screen, you tell me. Okay, this is the example I'm taking. Debit expenses and credit the vendor. Now for that, the transaction code is something different. That, let me come here. Okay. If I go here, I'm closing GL, it will be accounts payable, document entry, FB60. Because every time I keep doing, I remember the T code, which is FB60. Directly I can put here. For you people to know, I'm showing the part, FB60. Okay. Here, let me go into this is called drop down. I'm going to the drop down in my company code. So I give the filtering here or this company code. How many vendors are there? Few of them I have created. I'm just taking landlord who is there for the rent. Your state. I'm putting 10,000 here, and the GL account I want it to be rent. So the rent is there. Here. Rent is created. I'll put 10,000. Then here actually it will hit an error. I'll explain all those things later. So what I'll do is they have to, since it's a expense item, we have to give one cost center where the cost is incurred. So few cost centers are created. Everything, whatever I'm selecting from the drop down is your master data. All the master cost center is a master data. GL account is a master data. Then this vendor account, supplier. Vendor account is a master data. Okay. Now, if I simulate here, let me see what happens. 2 lines have come. What is the entry that you see? Rent. What debit will be in plus or minus? Credit will be in plus or minus? Let me save this. This document was posted. There is, so this is this entry I have posted now. Now, FB03 is the transaction code to view this document. Each one you have to understand what is fiscal year, what is company code, what is document number. If we go to list, what will happen? For now, I'm just displaying the document which I posted just now. What is the document? This, whatever is highlighted now, is called a line item. There are 2 line items here. Item number, can you see here? Item number 1 and 2. There are 2 line items. Why I have posted one document is to give the feel of the system, what the system does. Okay, so that you will know what is the work involved of a consultant. Now, what I did, I just picked up one existing master data and then I posted. I said, okay, expense, and then landlord, it is due to the landlord, I'm recording here. Later on, when I make the payment, I'll debit the landlord and credit either cash, or if I'm giving through bank, I'll credit the bank account. That is the next step. This one document, this one transaction is what you need to understand. This part, whatever you're seeing here, this entire part is the header. Okay, these 2 are line items. For the header, you can go into the Tropy and then see. Okay, this is a header. I gave a reference. A document type, there are document types. It came on its own. Then we have a document date, posting period, and then you have rest of the things. The reference key is the document number till 2, then 0MLB is your company code, 2026 is the fiscal year. What is fiscal year? What did we discuss? Yes, what is fiscal year? Are you guys with me? Matadika. Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, I know, audible.
What happened? You are not with me at all. Mathadi, please. Okay. Now, having said that, fiscal year. What is fiscal year? It's a period of 12 months. It can follow same as your uh, you can follow same as your calendar year, or it can be something different. Again, it depends on the country where the company code is. Because a country, irrespective of SAP irbodu, non-SAP irbodu, one country will follow their own fiscal year calendar. For India, it is April to March. For US, it is Jan to December. Then some other country, it is October to September. Starts in October and ends in September. There's one more where I saw it is July to June. Starts in July, ends at June of next year. Starts this year of July and ends at June of next year. So that is fiscal year. Now, how this fiscal year came? Confederation. How this company code name came 0MLB? Why not something else? I have created it. I've configured it. Then why this number range came for this document type KR? So how document types are set up, how it is configured. Okay, based on that, for that document type, I will assign this is the document number. The reference, it's a free text field, I can give anything. Now, how come this, and there are something called as posting keys. Each posting key will either be, if I go to the drop down here, you will see each posting key will be either a debit or a credit here. What you're seeing here, this column is debit or credit, C or D. And here what you see is account types. Okay, now let's see here, no, it's not coming here. Now to make this entire thing happen,
I am unable to see now. The screen is on the tool, right?
no, it is in the display document. What happened?
Because wherever you are clicking, I'm just seeing the cursor, but I am not able to see the drop downs and all.
Same thing with everyone?
Yes, Anu.
Wait 1 second. What I do is 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. Okay. Now are you able to see? Wherever I will able to see. Are you able to see the drop down now? Visible?
Yeah,
Yes.
now it's visible.
Yes.
Okay. So now this is account type and this is debit credit indicator. If I just hover on this, you can see debit credit indicator. D is debit, C is credit. Only two things in an accountant's life, in a finance person's life. Bantu, hotu, incoming, outgoing, debit, credit. That is all. The combination that we have, the equations that we have are very varied. Now here we have debit and credit indicator given for a particular posting key. These are called posting key. Using the posting key, the system understands whether I have to put a plus or a minus, a debit or a credit. Now to make these things happen, this is what we are going to learn. There are certain basic concepts that we have to understand. There is a fiscal year, there is a document type, the fiscal year, this document type, then you have to understand the concept of posting keys. Okay, and then, and also here if you see, there's a currency here, correct? In this header, there is a currency. Whenever I'm changing the screens, are you able to see?
Yes, Anish.
I'm showing currency here. In the header, there is currency. Now, what are the types of currencies that are there? What are currencies are there and what is company code? What is a GL account? Okay, very basic things. All the topics you understand, everything we'll use it. Once you understand these concepts, you will all be trying to post the documents in one of the company codes. When you get your server access, I'll tell you which company code to use. I'll check and tell which is usable. Then you will start posting. I'll do a posting. Take one of your ID and do the posting and show. Same thing you'll repeat. Very basic one entry first. Then what we will do, after understanding the concepts, what you'll do is you will try to post entries in all these three: GL, AR, AP, including bank also. Okay, first you'll post the entries. Why I'm making you do this is, first you post the entries, then you will know how the system is behaving. You will get familiarity with the system. Now, if I'm showing here FB03, which is display document, the previous document will come. Here again, see, I told wherever you go, in any transaction that you go, there are screens, lot of screens, and there will be a menu. Open the menu and navigate everywhere. Now here, if you see, I am telling you header, and I'm telling you these two are the line items. Between header and line items, you have these many here. What does it mean? To sort, this is sorting, ascending, descending, find again. If you have found something, again you want to find, then this plus will be activated. Then filter, on which field are you going to set the filter? That means this entire thing that you have here is for the layout. It so happens that in this entry I have posted only 2 line items, but it is possible that there are hundreds of line items. Then how will you analyze? In this document, there are 100 line items, and I want only line items belonging to this GL account. Then I'll select this column and then put a filter there. If I say set filter, and again I go to drop down, you watch the screens. These are the screens, how they're changing. In this document, system knows only these 2 GL accounts were used, and now I want only this GL account, and I will fix it. See, there are 2 line items here, but only 1 line item got. Can you see a small icon here? One small funnel here. Can you see?
Yes.
Can you see? Yeah, that means this column is under filter. These are the small things which you have to notice. If someone tells, suppose when you're working as a consultant, the user would have put filter and forgotten. Then they will tell this document should have 10 line items, I'm showing only 2 line items. Then, you should be able to see, okay, there's a small icon here. That means it is under filter. Now I'll go here, delete filter. Then both the line items will be shown. This is called layout. So once you post one single document, I'll ask you guys to change the layout. I'll give the name of the field. This is the name of the field, description, amount, currency, local currency. What is local currency? This will be tax code. If I had put a tax code, you would see a tax code here. To keep it simple, I've not added tax right now. We'll come to that later. Only these many columns are there. But are these the only columns possible? Or can there be more columns? See here, this icon. Okay. From here, I can choose a layout. Already, it will be an existing layout. These are very basic things. You have this. These are all your tools. Changing the layout, understanding the order of the screens, and understanding how many fields are possible to be there, how to put a filter, how to do a total, subtotal. All those things are part of your tools. You have that, you are ready to perform as a consultant. So I can choose a layout which is already existing, or I can change this layout and then save it. Or manage layouts in the sense I can put anything as a default, or I can remove any existing default. These all possibilities are there. Layout means this entire thing is the layout. Now, description is here, but I want it here. I'm putting drag and drop. It is possible. Okay. Now you see the description is here, account is here. But local currency, what is local currency? What is group currency? That also will come. I wanted it here. Now local currency has come here. One way is drag and drop on top of this. Another way is I go here, I go to change layout. Now you see what happens. One more screen pops up. That means these many fields are possible. There are 201 fields for whatever one entry you made. So many fields are possible. Depending on what you want to see on the screen, you can select here, push it this side, arrow this side. Select here, I don't want this side arrow. I just see, now just watch here, watch on this. I've selected that and I'm pushing it back this side. This went away. And instead of that, in this place, why local currency amount came up? Because I dragged and dropped. When I was on this screen, I did a drag and drop, it came here. Here now, I can push it down or up one by one, or full end. This first amount I want in the end, first field, I'm just pushing it off. It goes full end. These are the things which nobody will teach you. They'll tell, okay, go put an entry and then see, that's all. Unless you have an awareness that these many possibilities are there, this kind of layout change can happen, then these fields are available to put and then see what is the account type. Okay, I'll put account type. Account type came here. See, wherever you leave the cursor like this selected, from here if I put, it will come there next to that. Just see now, I'm putting document number. I can double click, it will go this side, or I can select this and put this arrow mark. Let me double click. See, next to currency it went inside, document number went inside. Likewise, whatever is relevant for us, not all fields will have value, not all fields will be used. There is something called as payment method. These things one by one I'll explain. Payment method, payment terms, what is the difference? What is a block? Some block we saw here, payment block. Okay, all these things. Now in this entire layout I have put in my name, and this entire layout can have the displayed columns, available columns, and then what will be the sort order. This is another screen. Within this, there are so many screens, so many tabs. These are called as tabs. Anytime when I am displaying it to you and explaining, you want to see what is here, what is here, what is here, you can ask me to go to the next tab. Okay. What is the filter you want to keep and save it? You can just put filter for 1 second view only, just one time viewing, and then that will go away once you go out. But if you want to save it and keep seeing in the same manner, day in, day out, you want to see only those, have the filter permanently. Permanently in the sense, inside this layout, you can keep it that way. How we want it to be viewed. Now I put as a list viewer. You can see as an Excel or crystal reports. But more convenient is list. Then display with horizontal lines, with vertical grid lines. Without column headings means the description, this, what you see here, clearing document, cost center, these things will go out. We don't want that. Without cell merging during sorts. If you sort, if both the values are same, it will, cell merging will happen. Only once it will show. It won't show 2 times. Okay. Now, display totals. All these things we can save. Now I'm going to save. If I say save as, I can give a new name. So my existing layout only I'm saving. You want to overwrite it? Everywhere system will talk to you. System will tell what is happening. Whenever such small pop-up, we call this as pop-up. Whenever such small pop-up comes, don't ignore. Read what is there. It is telling this layout is already there. Which layout? Unfit. Do you want to overwrite? I'm telling yes. If that was wrong, I have to pick up another layout, change, then save. Okay? Execute. Now these things have happened. See? This account type and all has come. We should also understand what is account type. Sorry. In SAP, there are ADKMS. What I'll do is ADKM. I'll come back to this. Just because I wrote account type, I finished that. Now I have here. Now if I have 2 or 3 or 3, there can be so many number of line items, and at the same time we can even total them. See here. Here the total should be 0. Oh, someone has changed in the system. See this, they are having 3 decimal places here. Normally the decimal places is 2 places only. Someone has gone and changed the currency to show 3 decimal places. That's fine. But the total is 0. The document can post only when the debits are equal to credit. You can have any number of line items, but the total of debits, the value, okay, the amount of all debits together should be equal to the amount of all credits together. It can be 5 debits, 20 credits, or only 1 credit and another 30 debits, but total of each should be same in the mirror position opposite, and then only it will become 0, then only a particular document can get posted. I have a total here. Then I can even, once totals are on amount field, then based on something else, if I had some more profit centers here or cost centers, then I can put subtotals here. You see subtotal? I can put subtotals based on that. Then it will come like this. There are so many things, the entire world of whatever the result of your configuration will be in a particular FI document. The entire thing, what you would set up, what you would do, will be available to see in a particular document. First step will be document, then it will be GL document, then we'll tell it is customer document, vendor document, incoming payment, which is a payment document, then it will be incoming payment, outgoing payment, then adjustment entries, adjustment document, clearing document. So many things are there. I will not overwhelm you. We will take it one at a time. One by one, we'll work on this. You should stop me and ask them for the doubts if you have any doubts. See, I did not save that total subtotal, it went away. When I came back, it went away. Also because though I saved the layout, that layout is not coming. Why? Because I did not default it. See here, default setting is this. If I make this as default, okay, see, layout was applied, and next time I go and then come back, same layout will come. Sorry. Enter. Now also it didn't come. Why? Because here settings. No, here only. Manage layouts is here only. Down. Manage layouts. If you go to manage layouts, the default setting is here now. It is user layout here. If you go to user layout here, my layout is there. I'm setting that as a default for me. Now I'm saving it. Next time I don't have to select the layout at all. Same layout will come from. Enter. See, all this account type and all is there. And here. Now I have to total it and maybe subtotal here. Then keeping this, now I will save. Now if I save the layout, basically for analysis we need this. For user specific, this is the default setting. I'm saving it. Yes, overwrite, okay, yes. I'll go back and execute again. It is coming in the same format. A very basic small document, an example that we posted. Once you get your server access, I will tell you what master data to pick up, what is available in that system. I'll check and tell you. Use that, post a document and analyze like this. Now, one thing is I've still not taken you one step further inside the document. You are thinking this is inside the document. See, I'm coming here. Actually, here we have to give, I'm going back. Here you have to give the fiscal year. Without giving the fiscal year, if you execute, if only one document is there across the years, for 25, 26, 27, this number only one is there, in whichever year it is there, that only will come. But these document numbers, they repeat across the fiscal years. So then what happens? Then the system will only throw a pop-up and tell for which year you want. Then here it will come. Then you select for which year. Okay. Now I've given specifically 2026. Execute. I've come inside the document, but this is not exactly the inside of the document. You can go further inside the line item. I double click here. See, this is the line item. Posting key. It's an invoice. It's a line item number 1 for this vendor or supplier in this company code, and this is the address and all which is given. This is the GL account, and this is the document number, amount, cash discount based on all will explain. Each field has to be explained, has to be understood. So only then you will know what is a document. Very primary document is the basis for your ledger, from your ledger to TB to your P&L and balance sheet. You have seen all that. Here again some more additional data is that this only the first line item I have double clicked and we have come here. If you see here, I can change or display. Here if you see, this is display document. Right now I'm only displaying the document. If I go here, it's a toggle button. What do you call as a toggle button? It is a change or display. For change, you see the pen icon. Along with that only on the same button, you find the chashma also. Both together. If you just click once, it became change. I told you once we post into the system, we cannot delete it, but certain options are given to change that this document will remain. You cannot do anything, you cannot remove it out of the system. It will remain. This one may be changed. So what are the fields allowed to be changed? That is also configuration. What are the fields grayed out, not allowed to be changed? That is also configuration. And that is called as field. I'll write here so that you understand. Field status. Okay, when you're allowing it to either suppress, sometimes there are so many fields. Sometimes you'll say it should not be shown at all. It is not relevant for us. Then it is suppress, display. Restricted means mandatory. Okay, optional. So no place there. It is not a. So it is called SDRO. If you want to remember, field status will be SDRO. That is how you remember. This can be your interview question. What are the types of field statuses? Okay, any one field if you take, what all status it can have. It can be suppressed. It won't be visible on a screen. This is called a screen. It will not be visible on the screen at all. Or it will be just display. Now this is display. It is display only. Okay. Or restricted. Certain fields are mandatory. Without entering that, you cannot generate any data at all. You cannot proceed with your transaction. For example, amount is a required field. You don't enter amount, you cannot have a line item in the first place. Optional is you may fill it or you may leave it blank, like this assignment. If I leave blank also I can post, I enter something also I can post, and it is changeable also later on. Now there was nothing in the text, I've added this, I will save the change. Okay, it says changes have been saved. Let's see what changes. Now I don't know what changes have happened, but I suspect someone has changed my document. How do I see? Environment, document changes. If I go there, this date of the last date is this, changed on 11. What was changed? Now you will see. Okay, one second. The next field, it's only the date. So the text, item text, this is the field. Okay, this field was changed. Old, it was nothing. Okay, it was blank. This column says what was the previous value and what is the current value. Okay, why it is showing like 2 times? Can you tell me why it is showing 2 times? If I double click again, it will show inside. But just that, can you tell me why it is showing 2 times? For both the line items. It is applied for both the line items. FB03. I was in FB03 display transaction, and then I went ahead and went into change mode and then changed it. See? From blank to this, changed in the line item 1, and I was in transaction FB03. Can you see here down? We can set here. Can you see this? No, this I'm here on this one. Here FB03 is there. If I go here, it will show what transaction I've selected transaction, so that whenever we are executing and whenever I'm showing, you will be able to figure out what is happening on this screen or in which transaction code we are on, so that you can test for yourself later on. This is my user ID. This is the program being run. Every transaction will have an underlying program. That is what happens in this software. So what program it is, everything can be shown. If I select the system name, it can show system name itself. System name. Then this is A4 is system. If I want client, what client it is? What is client? I told you, it is like your partition C or D. Entire software, entire physical server as such can be separated into like C, D, how you have in your laptop. Here we can have as a client. And whatever activities you do is client specific. What is it? It is client specific. Now my login I have in client 200. Whatever work I'm doing is in client 200. What I do here will not be visible in client 400, 500. That 100, whatever I'm telling is just a naming convention, identifier. You can call your laptop C, D, E or X, Y, Z, anything you can name. Like that, it is client. I can show the client here or the transaction code or the user. Okay. These are the changes that have happened. So we are able to see. Coming back to our Excel sheet here, what did I say? We will come back to all these things tomorrow. Now this account type, this is something which you should know by heart. Okay, AD, KMS are the types of accounts which are there in the entire SAP system for FI. We will have one more new V also, but that comes for contract accounts, something different. But the basic ones are these 5. Any idea what they are? At least read. Okay, these are the different account types. Okay, now ADKMS, one line item. Whenever you're posting a line item, it can be an asset line item or a debtor. What is the debtor? Customer. And creditor. Actually, it is creditor, but this is a German software. There they spell it out with K. That is why they use the first letter K here. Okay, creditor or supplier. Whatever they tell, you should understand. Creditor with K or C, or you call them as a supplier. It is all refers to this account type. Then you have materials for M, and then GL accounts. For GL accounts, why they are telling it as S means in Germany, I don't know exactly, something like this, Satung or GH or something like that. If you see in the system, you will know. This is what in Germany they call it as for GL accounts. So that is why they have used S. Okay, ADKMS. This understanding will take you a very long way in understanding the transaction code. If I have to give you just one example, it will be, if I say, okay, I'll take this guy, debtor. If D is there, and then if I put XD01, okay, X means centrally, D01 means debtor, 01 is, this is for master data. Create customer master data. That is XD01. Now, with this logic, can you tell me what will be create supplier? For supplier, what it can be? What can it be? XK01. Okay, K is coming. Likewise, there are lot many tables which are identified with BSIS. The moment I say yes, it is this one. BSIS, BSAS. It is clear, open item, clear item. BSIK, BSAK, BSID, BSAD, MKPF, starting with M. Then so many other table names. See, transaction codes, table names, nothing you have to by heart. It will all come to you as and when you go on using the system. Day in and day out, we will be posting so many transactions, and we will be using so many transactions for configuring as well. We'll be listening to it on all the forums or some groups where you might be there. Then what will happen? It will automatically come to you the most often used. Those which are not used, anybody and everybody Googles it out. Anybody and everybody searches it. And SAP as such, if you're telling that, no, I will actually learn the transaction codes, let me show you that challenge, what will happen. This is called a T code SE16N for seeing the tables. There is, I mean, I told you this is software. It is running on database, which is tables plus programs, which are configured, having master data, then the transactions. Everything are in table. Now your transaction codes are also in tables. TSTC is the SAP transaction code, is the table for SAP transaction codes. Maximum number is 500, we can change that just for our execution, so that system load should not be heavy. Some maximum number of hits will be given. We should also use that, even how to look at a table, how to extract the data. For these things, end user will not have access. We as a consultant should know where to look for. It's not that I should see in the transaction code itself. I should be able to come and see at the table level, because I will be having access. Now I remove this. See here, number of entries. If I hit here, number of entries, how many other? 1,72,596. These are the number of transaction codes. What are we searching for? These are the number of transaction codes. What will you remember? Just let me execute. You will see the kind of transaction codes that are there for this system. Okay. Here, what did we learn today? We saw, now when these many numbers are there, when these many rows of data are there, then the filter works. We wanted to see, we have used FB01, and this is a range. I don't want to give a range. So what I'm doing, trying to show you is, you should learn how to search also for the data. This is a range from and to. On the field transaction code, I'm trying to search. Now FB01 I used, or FB50, FB60 we used to post for vendor, and then I will go to multiple selection. Here see again so many other. You can select single values one by one, a range, exclude single values. Here if you come, it means all these values that you put will not be selected for display, or exclude entire ranges itself. It depends on your logic of search, how you want to search. System is available. I want two different values, which is FB60 and FB03 for display document. These two I used. So I want to see at the table level how those two look and execute. FB60, can you see? This became a little bit green. All these are small things. Sorry, these are small things you have to observe. Earlier nothing was there. Once I put some value inside, it shows green. Executing. See, out of 1,72,596, I don't have to search. I know how to use filter. I know how to apply a filter. So what are this? FB03 and FB60. FB03 is display document and FB60 is enter incoming invoices. This is what we have done. So don't bother about by hearting any transaction codes. It will come. I'm in this screen now. I want to go to the home screen, the first screen when we log in. So in this command field, /n, enter. I come here. Okay. This is where I come back. Now this is one screen, one session. We call this as one session. And if you see here, new GUI. What is GUI? Graphic User Interface. Just to make you familiar, I'm going touching base upon all these things. One more. One more. Up to 6 normally. It can be any number of sessions, but there will be some people called as bases. They are the ones who manage the system. Now they will set up how many sessions you can open at a time. Now I've opened 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now I can open more. 5, 6, 7. What's going on? They're not limited, I think. No, they're not limited. Up to 6 only it will be there, but here it is going on. If you do like this, what happens is, see, people will be there. So many users will be there in the system. Each one will go on using and opening so many multiple sessions. Maximum, how many sessions can a person, single person work upon? 2, 3, 4. If unnecessarily they are working on 4 only but keep remaining open, it will be a drain on system resources. Performance issue will come, system will hang up. For that purpose, they normally restrict. I have only 2 sessions now. I can see here. Now, again SC69, I'm repeating this so that this is a transaction code. Now, I want to see my document in table level, whatever document we posted. What was the document we posted? Let me go to P03 again. This is the document I posted. Okay, this is the document number and this is the company code. For finding in the table, there's something called as key. Can you see these 4 here? Are they different from the rest of the fields? These are called as key fields. Now, if I give this, the data will fetch faster. 0MLB is the company code and document number is this, what I have posted. And fiscal year is 2026. Let me see. How many number of entries are we expecting? Any idea? How many entries do we expect for this document? Tell me. Guys, talk, yeah. How many line items are we expecting in this document? The document ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಷ್ಟು lines ಇದೆ? 2. So I'm expecting 2 for this combination of company code, document number and fiscal year. Let me execute. See, I'm finding 2. So the same thing what you see by using transaction FB03 document display, I'm able to see at the table level. This is where the data will come and sit. Using this table, I can draw any number of reports that I want. But as a consultant, I should know where the data is going and sitting. That is the reason I thought I'll show you here. This is accounting document segment, BSEG field. If I go to BKPF, that is a header in 0MLB. Sorry, 0. Let me see how many entries are there. There are only 3 entries. Only 3 documents have been posted so far. Morning, I was trying to post, and then 2 were posted. Then again 1 just now. This is not only entered, it is changed also, today's document. The one which we did just now, by using FB60 we have posted, and we have put this as our reference. What is reference? What is document date? Payment terms? Everything will come across. We'll be learning. Now you tell me, where do we stand?